Guys, I know I've been so inconsistent over here. I've been like hauling, decluttering on Instagram. So I just sold 15 fragrances, and I don't even know if I'm gonna do a declutter over here. But I'm like, hit me up on Instagram. So it's faster that way. Cause you know, Macari plays too many games, and then the people on Macari sometimes play too many games. But anyway, y'all, we're gonna be talking about, I'm going to start being a little more consistent because I'm not gonna be working as much. And then thank God, like, my family had some health issues, and they're doing much better. So everybody's doing good, inshallah. Okay. Anyway, we're going to be talking about some of the juiciest fragrances in my collection. And when I say juicy, I mean mouth-watering juicy, exotic, tropical juicy fragrances. These fragrances are not heavy on the florals, the woods, the musk. Those are just additives to the juiciness of these fragrances. So I'm gonna give you guys some of my juiciest fragrances in my collection. When you say summer, you speak of these fragrances. You're not gonna have a summer. I'm like, you're not gonna have a summer without these fragrances right here. These are some that I've had for years that I absolutely love. One is my favorite fragrance of all times, and a fragrance that you all need in your collection. Hands down, there'll never be another, okay? No matter how many dupes try to come along and dupe it, Tales from Zanzibar will always be the most amazing and the #1 summer banger fragrance, period. Okay, anyway, y'all, we gonna get started with this review. Please continue to like, comment, subscribe. You know, I had to get a little colorful, you know, for the review. Turn on those notification bells, all that good stuff. And y'all, we're about to get started, but first let me tell you what my scent or my layer of the day is. I don't know, excuse the noise, I don't know if they still have this in America, but if you're in other countries or if you can find this online, I love wearing the body yogurt in the summer. Now, sometimes I will layer the body yogurt because I have several. I have the strawberry, I think I have a citrus, and my favorites like the strawberry, the peach, and the grapefruit, okay? So anyway, I love these because it has a cooling effect on your skin. Also, y'all see the dent, okay? I love wearing Julie Mango by Brown Sugar Babes for the summer. It smells of juicy, nectarous mango from the islands, or Niche would say, like, she's gonna sit under the mango tree in Trinidad, okay? This smells Trinidadian descent. This mango smells like it came from a tropical island with beautiful sun, green trees, blue turquoise waters. But anyway, this is inspired by mango skin. But you guys, this fragrance body oil, it lasts at least 8 hours on your skin, and it leaves a scent on your clothes even days later. So anyway, get your nose on Julie Mango. So these are my favorite layers with all of these fragrances that I'm going to be talking about, and I layered them both today. I rubbed Julie Mango all over my skin, and then just for a cooling effect while I was, you know, in the shower and I was a bit warm, I layered this on my torso and on my arms. And this is the body yogurt from the Body Shop. So I know the Body Shop is not here in America anymore, but not only Americans watch me, people in other countries watch me as well. But please, the Body Shop, come back to America, okay? We love the yogurt, the lychee. They didn't have the lychee yogurt when I went over to Dubai, but they had the lychee body cream. Obsessed. And when I go back to Dubai in October, I'm buying tons, and I hope they have the lychee yogurt as well, but they didn't have it, just the body cream, y'all. So anyway, the very first one we're going to talk about is Fraiche Passiflore. You need it. You need it in your collection, okay? This is Juicy Peach, and this is my scent of the day. Oh, it's amazing. This is Juicy Peach Passion Fruit. It smells watery. I think there's some ambergris in here that gives it that islandy, oceanic effect. I'm not quite sure. a beautiful musk. But when I tell you, this kind of gives you that over-ripened mango, over-ripened passion fruit that's super sweet with a little bit of a zing in there. The fragrance house, I found this one at ZGO Perfumery in San Francisco. So the fragrance house is called, I've spoken about this last summer as well, Maitre Parfumeur Gantier, okay? Anyway, you guys, this is Fraiche Passiflore. Fraiche Passiflore. Juicy peaches, raspberry, passion fruit. It just makes, it literally is making my mouth water as I speak of this fragrance. Anyway, the bottle is heavy, substantial. The cap is heavy. This fragrance house, I believe, is not spoken about enough. They have so many bangers, winter, spring, summer, fall in their collection. And I really need to invest a little bit more in this fragrance house this year. But I'm going to try to find some. Hopefully, I'll get a chance to go up to ZGO Perfumery in about a month or two and smell some more of their offerings, you guys. So Fraiche Passiflore. Sebastian actually told me about that one when we were at ZGO. He was like, smell this. I was like, whoa, what is this? Anyway, the next one is my beloved. It's a beautiful, my daughter has been wearing this lately, and I'm like, you know what? I need to put a bigger dent in this fragrance. And it is by my beloved Kayali Eden Juicy Apple 01. One try and it was a banger, y'all. Anyway, Juicy Apple, some beautiful florals, but you definitely get like that red, crispy, almost like a green apple, you know, with that red candy apple coating around it, vanilla, some beautiful florals. This one, if you want a juicy apple, effortless, slightly sweetened, I get a bit of a jasmine in here as well, fragrance. You can use this alone or with layering. That lychee, actually, y'all, this fragrance should have been in here too, but you know, I got one Kayali. So Eden Sparkling Lychee is juicy as well, but to me, Eden Sparkling Lychee is a little more floral, heavier on the florals, but these two layered together, summer bangers. Get your nose on them. My daughter wears these two, and every time she wears them, I'm like, what are you wearing? And she's like, it's the Eden Juicy Apple, the Kayali fragrance. I'm like, oh my gosh, she smells so good. So I'm definitely pulling these back out this week so that I can wear them. Actually, my tray will consist of all of these fragrances this week. Anyway, get your nose on these two bangers. Summer bangers. So the next one we're going to talk about, you guys already know, my favorite fragrance in my entire collection of about 1,200, or minus the 20 I just sold. Let's say 1,150. And I'm not bragging because I need to get rid of like a lot more, because I just realized that it's just becoming a bit overwhelming. You know, I walk into this space and it's just like something's got to give, y'all, okay? Because there's still fragrances coming in, so something's got to go. And some of these things I haven't worn in years, and they're still good, and I still love them, but I just have too many. I might do a declutter and just list everything that I sold, and I'm going to be listing like several things on Mercari next week as well. Yeah, I just deleted the Mercari app off my phone. I don't even have it anymore, but I need to put it back on when I list these things. So anyway, Tales from Zanzibar, okay? Candied fruits. Oh my gosh. Oh, y'all, this is smell-gasmic, okay? Smell-gasmic, okay? Again, smell-gasmic. Anyway, this is candied fruits. This is guava. It smells like a guava mojito. Mind the mint and the oud in here. You don't pick up a lot on that, but you definitely get a guava, a coconut. Abby says she didn't like coconut, but she fell in love with Tales from Zanzibar when I took it to London. So yeah, she loves this fragrance as well, and I'm super happy she did. She was like, what is this? I said, Abby girl, I've been talking about this fragrance for a long time. She was like, oh, okay. And she fell completely in love upon first sniff. So anyway, everybody that was at the perfume picnic fell in love upon first sniff with Tales from Zanzibar. So anyway, this is candied fruits. I don't know which kind, but they smell exotic and juicy. There's loads of guava in here. This is a clean guava, not an overripened, a rancid, not a heavily sweet. You definitely get that little bit of a zest or a zing in here. You know, you get a little bit of that ambergris for that fresh air, that fresh sea air. It's not salty at all or marine. This is absolute perfection, okay? Perfection when it comes to a summer fragrance. Tales from Zanzibar. If I had to choose one fragrance in my collection, and they said, you gonna die with this fragrance, it's gonna be Tales from Zanzibar, okay? I'm gonna tell my kids, bury me in Tales from Zanzibar, in Zanzibar. Sprinkle my ashes in Zanzibar, okay? Anyway, you guys, I love Tales from Zanzibar by Memoirs of a Perfume Collector. Stunning, okay? The next one is Dahab. Dahab is absolutely gorgeous. If you want something very unisex, slightly a very fresh, clean woods, there's a beautiful citrus like a Calabrian bergamot in here. Fresh, clean bergamot, but a dominant passion fruit and a dominant apple. It smells like the apple skin, crispy, juicy green with some very clean woods and a bit of a passion fruit. I love this fragrance, Dahab. I was actually about to declutter this or give this or sell this, and I was like, you know what, Marcy? I didn't realize how much I had used it. I think either my daughter's been in here using this as well. But y'all, this fragrance is stunning, and I'm so glad that, because the person asked if it was 90% full. I was like, no. Anyway, I'm glad it wasn't 90% full because this baby is here to stay. Dahab, get your nose on it. Definitely a lovely like offering for summer, maybe spring and summer, but definitely for summer because of that juicy apple and that passion fruit and clean woods. Completely unisex, y'all, okay? All these fragrances are literally unisex because I would love a man or whoever smelling like a bunch of fruits, okay? Juicy fruits. None of them are like excessively sugar sweet to me. So anyway, and then in that summer sun, it kind of dissipates a little bit as well, but all of these have good lasting power, at least 6 to 8 hours. So anyway, Herba Gold. If you don't have Herba Gold, what are you doing for summer? So I love, love, love Herba Gold. So it gives you a slight Herba Pura DNA with that musk and vanilla and the clean woods, but this one gives you more of a stone fruit, like peaches, apricots, mangoes, all those yellow and orange fruits that are juicy, sweet, you know, nectarous, a little bit of a passion fruit as well. But I love this. It smells like a ripened, juicy, slightly green mango, and I'm definitely pulling this out. These are some summer bangers. So when people talk about Herba Pura, it's still in my collection, and I'll reserve our Herba Pura for the fall and the winter if I want something a little fruitier during those times, because it's musky, heavy on the musk and vanilla and woods. But for the summer, Herba Gold is a banger. I bought this bottle like in 2020 from Selfridges when it was exclusive to Xerjoff only, but Suspiro does have it. Now to me, Suspiro fragrance, Herba Gold smells a little bit more on the watery side. This one is a little more dense, but they pretty much have the same DNA. So get your nose on Herba Gold, okay? It's lovely. The next one is a design. I have two designers, y'all. So this one is Valentino, and this Valentino definitely gives that Valentino. This is Valentino Coral Fantasy. So it gives that DNA, not heavy on the vanilla, but heavy on the fruits. Like it smells of white florals, but more of the kiwi, a juicy kiwi, citrus, and that Donna Born in Roma DNA. So get your nose on Donna Born in Roma Coral Fantasy, okay? Beautiful, affordable, and may last about 6 to 8 hours depending on how you spray, but amazing for the summer. And I don't have too many fragrances with a kiwi note inside, but this one is lovely, okay? I think this may be the only fragrance that I have with a kiwi note inside. So next we have Zen by Nishane. I love wearing this fragrance in summer, even though it's a little ambery, warm, musky, vanillic, a little heavier on the base notes. That rhubarb in here with that juicy black currant, a little bit of rose. This one to me is definitely, it's some citruses like that grapefruit in here. Y'all, I'm talking about it and my mouth is watering because I sprayed this a couple times today before the review. So there's a pink grapefruit in here that makes his very citrusy, a little sweet, right along with that beautiful vanilla. This is a sleep, y'all sleeping on this fragrance, Zen by Nishane. But that rhubarb in here is a little tart with that juicy, like a syrupy black currant. It is stunning, gorgeous, and I love Zen. I used to call this Jane. I don't know if it's Jane or Zen by Nishane. Whatever it is, it's beautiful. So get your nose on it. And oh, you guys, if you're not on Instagram, guess what? Kayali is coming out with the new Vacation in a Bottle, the gift set. I actually gave mine to my daughter's friend, and then I went through, I had two. I was gifted one. I gave that one to her. She was going through a little something, so I figured maybe some fragrances will spark up her joy. She came over, talked to my daughter, you know, made her some dinner, and gave her some fragrances. She loved them. I gave her options, and the Vacation in a Bottle package is which one of the ones she chose. So anyway, I cannot wait to get Malibu in a bottle. My two favorite from Vacation in a Bottle. I'm not saying this is juicy. I'm just throwing this in there. My two favorite from the Vacation in a Bottle was Malibu and Maldives. And they are all going to be in 50 ml bottles, you guys. So loved the Marrakesh. And then loved, I think it was the Amalfi or Positano, one of those. The lemon, it must have been the Amalfi because they have huge lemons on the Amalfi coast. Love those as well. But my standouts were Maldives and Maui. Maui has the banana note. The Maldives smells a little more like a star fruit. But they're gorgeous and they're coming out in 50 ml bottles. And I cannot wait to add those to my summer collection. Anyway, this is the last little one I have. I ended up buying this extra one, but I cannot wait until those fragrances come out. So two more. So the next one is Thomas Kosmala. You can purchase this at Harrods, or you can Google it and try to find it somewhere else. But when I tell you this is over ripened, juiciness, juicy. This kind of reminds me of Fraiche Passiflore, except this has more citrus. So this is passion fruit. I think there's, anyway, let me get my little hefty notebook. So anyway, in Thomas Kosmala, Soul of the Sun, there's Frangipani and Tiare flower because it smells a little solar, bright, extremely juicy. Bergamot, pineapple, melon, tropical fruits, amber, musk, and some woods, y'all. So what I get more in this fragrance is literally like a bowl of tropical juicy fruits. It's definitely giving like a honeydew melon vibe. You get a lot of pineapple, but when they say tropical fruits, I get mango in here, I get guava, I get all of that. I get it's sweet, it's a little tart, it's juicy, it's everything, you guys. So anyway, Soul of the Sun by Thomas Kosmala. When I smelled this is an exclusive to Harrods. So when I smelled this at Harrods on the, what is it? The perfume parlor on the 6th floor. Y'all, this is so good. It was a win-win, okay? A win is a win, and this is a summer banger. So get your nose on this, even if you got to order it from Harrods. Soul of the Sun by Thomas Kosmala. Y'all, it's completely worth the price. Just buy it when there's like a 10% off at Harrods. But this, y'all, summer, these two right here, Toast from Zanzibar. We got three. Fraiche Passiflore, Thomas Kosmala, Soul of the Sun, Toast from Zanzibar, bangers, okay? The next, last but not least, we're gonna talk about another banger, but this one's a little like a summer night, sensual, sexy, warm on the amers and the musk, but this has a honey tangerine in here. Honey tangerine, it smells of guava, there's papaya. This is R&B by Zernel Gilly. Mouth watering. So if you like papaya, if you like guava, If you like warm, ambery, vanillic, dense fragrances with a little bit of a juiciness in the opening, no, the honey tangerine doesn't smell like honey. If you want, this is like a, I think he said it's like 40% oil concentrate. It lasts forever. Do not spray this too much R&B. Maybe 3 sprays max, maybe 4 if it's on a super hot day. But if you're going to an indoor event, I would say maybe 3, 4 max and be done, because it's a beast and it lasts forever. Anyway, if you want those delicious, dense, warm tropical fruits with that juicy honey tangerine, you guys, R&B, stunning for summer. Anyway, oh, one more. I don't have a full bottle of this one, but I did, because I know somebody's going to be like, oh, have you smelled? And I got this from Dior Prestige, but I did not buy me a full bottle. They're going to be like, have you smelled Narco Oasis? Yes, I have. I reviewed it last summer, and I still got this much. So this is definitely giving you, if you've ever had Hawaiian punch, or like that syrupy condensed punch, fruity, juicy red punch, this is definitely giving you a version of a condensed syrupy sweet Hawaiian punch with a little bit of a citrus. It's beautiful, but I have all those other ones. Loved it. I loved it, but I wasn't in love with it because literally it was so nostalgic. It reminded me of when you went to those birthday parties. They had that big jug of syrup, the syrupy tropical punch, and they poured it in water. That is what this fragrance is giving me. So I was like, you know what? If I buy a bottle, it was kind of more of a, not synthetic fruits, but it was more of a sugary sweet denseness to this fragrance that I thought like I only needed this 10 ml, and you can see it's still here. So anyway, let me just spray this to remind me, because I know a lot of people complain about the performance of Narco, the performance of, what's the name of the brand? Narcotica, but I don't, like for this one, I didn't have any performance issues off top. Now for Happy Dusk, I did, but I let the travel sit. For almost 6 or 8 months. I took it to Hawaii just because I wanted to get some travels, and y'all, I was shocked and stunned, and I went and bought a full bottle of Happy Dust. It's beautiful. It's amazing for summer. I may take it back to Hawaii with me in a couple weeks. We'll see. I had a moment with Happy Dust in Hawaii, standing on the corner as I was about to leave. I was shocked, and I actually did a story on it because it was so good and I couldn't stop spraying it. So anyway, yeah, this is definitely giving me like some dense, like a dense sugary sweet, like a dense jasmine or something. But it's giving me like a sugared pineapple, like a dense Hawaiian punch and pineapple, you guys. Anyway, this is Narco Oasis. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna stick with my travel because I love the juiciness of the other fragrances. Anyway, go out to the world, spend amazing, sillage, do good, be good, all of that, and get your nose on those fragrances, you know, especially Fraiche Passiflore, Thomas Kazmala, Sola the Sun, and of course, Tales from Zanzibar. The Kayali fragrances, just not all of them, y'all, okay? R&B, they're also stunning. Zen by Nishane. Anyway, bye. Love you guys.